Welcome back to State of Decay 2. That trick-or-treat stream that I did for the official Undead Labs channel is officially over now, and I'm just here to pick up the pieces. So I left my neighborhood in an absolute shambles. I've got, a bunch of abandoned plague hearts. One plague heart I just refused to kill, and then we've got all these infestations around. There's a big mess to clean up here, and one thing that I really have realized that I have not been doing is maintaining this community that I use for about half of the official streams that I do. So I should probably spend a little bit more time with them eventually. I think this particular segment, I don't know, maybe I'll just call this the wrap-up, or maybe I'll do a segment or two that are just wrapping up my trick-or-treat stream. But after that, I should put some more thought into sort of the long-term development and maintenance of this community, because I use them for so many things. It feels like I should pay more attention to them. So it looks like we got Tandylens, Airy Twitch, and Travi in the chat. Good to see all of you. So I've got this character here that I didn't play on the official stream. I did change his outfit, though. Originally, I had a cowboy hat on him. He looks kind of ridiculous, though. I don't know. I think maybe I'll put it back.
This is Lily Ritter from the network. As some of you know, I grew up in a place called Trumbull Valley. The valley has seen tough times like everywhere else, but it's bouncing back thanks to the strong folks who live there. If you're looking for a good place with good people, you should find your way to Trumbull Valley.
Cattleman hat, that's what it was called. Okay, cool. Yeah, I like Pollard and his cattleman hat. It just, all of the glowing lights, they really fit together very, very well. He looks like, I don't know, he's staring off in the middle distance. He's got things on his mind. Anyway, I've also got him all equipped with the Sweet Spot Bat, the Mob Stopper, and the Jawbreaker. So what he's going to do, let's see, he should definitely try to take out that last plague heart in the area. And he should also, maybe collect the loot that we've left behind in the other plague hearts. And maybe, if we can get to these infestations out here, that would be a good idea, too. Hey there, Sagatsu, Mr. Lemons, Ranithcord. Glad to see you all here in the chat. I get a lot of questions, by the way, from people who are like, you're acting like you're streaming this live, except I never see you live on YouTube. What's going on? So it turns out, when I signed up to be a Twitch affiliate, they've got a rule that I can't simultaneously stream to Twitch and YouTube like I used to. And so that's why you'll never see me on YouTube live, because I usually stream to Twitch. And then later on, I take these videos and I cut them up. And I put them on YouTube later on. So if you're watching it on YouTube, you're always pretty much watching it later after I've kind of edited it down to a little segment. Okay, there's a lot going on here. It just occurred to me that this is still set on Nightmare, which is the setting I was using when I was playing with a bunch of, pro-level players from our community. I don't have any bombs. I don't have anything except for my own bullets and my own swingy weapons.
There's gotta be a better way to kill this thing.
So, wish me luck. I'm sitting here without Warbucks, charging up his heavy weapon attacks. Get away. At least it's not lethal. At least I only have regular ferals to deal with. What Screamer? Oh, all y'all are out here. Okay. Back inside. Now let's close the door. Let's see if I can do some more damage here. I'd love to at least get it down one segment. There we go. Love to get it down at least one segment before starting to use bullets on it.
Time to put him away.
Oh, gosh. Thought that I had gotten that one, but I did not. There are so many! There are so many zombies. Okay, let's just get them all sort of kited over here. Wait, why are they going back inside? Come here, come here!
Careful. Screamer there.
Alright. Now, luckily, thanks to Zoe, they can't see me through this wall. Allegedly. I don't know. Some of them are moving my direction anyway. Let's just make sure that Screamer is... Oh, gosh, nope. Ah! Oh, this is... I forget. These are plague zombies. I can't just take a couple hits from them like it's nothing.
Okay, I think it's on the ropes.
There we go.
Job done.
Well, that ran me out of ammo.
Territory.
That's okay. It's just my sidearm anyway. Now let's make sure that this gas cloud has actually calmed down before I step any closer. Okay, so Kodiak, not too bad. Some food, some meds, fancy knife, grenades, backpack. I sell stimulants because I'm a drug dealer. All right, not too bad. So I do want to not only, because I haven't been maintaining this community very well, I want to not only be killing the Plague Hearts, because I mean, it's not like I'm going to legacy this community anytime soon. I don't need to kill all of the Plague Hearts. But what I do need, though, is I should grab a vehicle with a bigger trunk if I think I'm going to be cleaning out Plague Hearts around here.
Someone already got this one.
But yeah, but I do think I want to get as much stuff out of these Plague Hearts as I can. Because I want to have, you know, a lot of options when we're, like, showing off the game using this community. So Sangatsu is wondering if we have any Slavic last names in the name list. So I've actually been thinking of adding one because typically we try to support, you know, not only very sort of demographically common cultural backgrounds in our name list, but we also deliberately try to represent folks that are represent cultures that are also are on our dev team. Because for one thing, because they're the ones that we can probably do the best job of, because we have people who actually, you know, belong to those cultures who can judge our work, and, you know, it's really important to us to try to get stuff right. You know, if we're going to represent a culture in this game, we want to make sure we're doing a good job of it. Oh gosh, what are you doing? I want to make sure we're doing a good job of it, and not just, you know... Oh, what was that nonsense? This is just an infestation. Forget this is Nightmare. Oh, gosh. And there's no plague heart I can use to destroy them all. What was that noise? Oh, God! Get out of... Oh, hi. Get out of here. All right. Welp. And there's even a Screamer I haven't gotten yet. Where's the Screamer I haven't gotten yet? So anyway, one of the other designers at the company actually has a Serbian background, and so I was thinking of adding a Serbian list at some point. So yeah, so maybe I should do that. But no, we don't have like a formal like Slavic like cultural background represented in the game, where, you know, a character is like officially Slavic and has Slavic, you know, naming and stuff like that. We don't have that. We do probably have a fair number of Slavic last names that are just represented among our sort of middle-of-the-road white American demographics. So a lot of those backgrounds, you know, that like basically backgrounds from all over Europe. We will often, you know, sort of lump them into a pile of like, hey, white people get named this. So you're gonna see. Here and there, you're going to see Slavic names in the game, but it's not a larger cultural background. Yeah, so B-Downs, we do have a lot of... we actually have two different cultural backgrounds representing people from India, and we also have a cultural background from neighboring Sri Lanka. Which is, yeah, and again, you know, because India is actually a very diverse place, we don't have a single cultural background in the game that is Indian. Instead, we have, I think we got one that is like from Punjab, another one that is from, I think, was it Andhra Pradesh? I don't know. We tried to go regional and find like the most common names, and I think that's still probably not an accurate rendition of where different, you know, Indian last names come from. But we did our best to sort of like look in specific regions to try to get, you know, groups of names together that felt like they hung together, and like the first name and the last name feel like they, you know, belong to someone who would have come from the same place or the same family. So we do our best to try to get stuff like that right. And of course, in all of these cases, we ran the name list by people who were actually from those places to try to make sure that, at least catch any howlers, any places where we just screwed something up because we were ignorant, we didn't know what we were doing. So, wow, so I guess we're playing in Nightmare now. That wasn't what I was originally planning to do, but that's okay. Pollard is pretty sick, though. We're going to give Pollard a break. And let's switch over here to, what is this person's name? Steph. Let's be Steph. And Steph, I think, what kinds of vehicles do I have available to deliver? I guess this is basically the same vehicle I've already got up front. So the thing I don't have is a van. There's no van. But I do have this SUV. I'm thinking if I'm going out to try to, vacuum stuff up. Oh, yeah, that's the door I wanted you to get into, Steph. That's the correct door. Good job. Wow. Yeah, maybe I should just bring a bigger car with me. So let's take this one, and let's take a little break from trying to clear out that infestation. I did already kill the screamers, so it's probably not going to be that bad once I go back. But let's spend a little bit of time doing something else before we get into that level of trouble again. Now, she's actually firing some bullets I don't have a lot of, so maybe that was a bad move.
Alone at last.
She's using the graveyard shift, which I think it fires, what is it, 45? Yeah, it fires 45. Oh, good.
That's a lot of stuff.
I could definitely use an ammo rucksack. Oh, gosh. Oh, she's got a heavy weapon. It's not too bad for fighting these guys. Oh, crap.
I need a breather.
So I keep trying to grab people, which is not the plan, actually. Maybe I'll use some stims. Let's just see if I can clear out the bulk of these people before trying to engage them all in melee. Yeah, this was okay. No, Nightmare's a piece of cake. I don't know what I was worried about. So PJ Long asks if we're going to be adding more accents to the game outside of the sort of the list of United States accents that we've already got. That's a little less likely just because, adding names to the game, I can just do that by myself. I mean, I often, I need to consult usually with somebody who's an expert in a particular name list's, background, but that's like one conversation and some back and forth reviewing the name list. That's not a huge deal. Studio recording time. Pay for actors and audio directors and just the sheer amount of time that it takes to record a playable voice in State of Decay, it's an overwhelming cost. And so we had to very carefully sort of choose the most versatile American accents that we could use, accents that could belong on a lot of different characters, because there was just a limit to how many we could possibly record. So we made sure to have voices that felt like they represented the largest demographics in the country. People that, without their voices, it would feel like, well, just, is this even America? If you don't have, this dialect and that dialect. But then beyond that, there wasn't that much further we could go, because we also wanted to represent, age, gender, get sort of a variety there too, along all of these different axes, and that's a lot of voices. So we ended up with, I believe, 14 fully playable voices, and then an array of smaller voices that did have a broader range of accents that went out, but that couldn't be playable, because basically a playable voice has got to have all of the dialogue for all of the situations that a player could get into, and that's a lot. And so you have to just record. I mean, if grabbing a new person, a new actor, and having them record, a voice like that, it would take like weeks, basically, to get all of that recorded. And so normally, we don't do that. What am I... Seriously? There's literally not a way.
Hear me. I need some help.
There is... Look at that. Wow. Okay. It is almost 19 minutes. I'm taking a note. This is ridiculous. 19 minutes. Can't get rucksack. You see that? So basically when I navigate down right here, it goes there. And when I navigate to the right here, it goes there. I think I finally found the untenable bug that will force us to fix how this works. Okay, so once I cleared the other item from one of those rows, it actually was able to let me do it, but that was silly. That was absolutely silly. That is not how that should work. Okay, let's drive this stuff home, and then we'll go hit up probably actually come back to this same play cart, because we didn't get everything out of it yet. I should mention, by the way, that for the first time, I'm playing my game in 4K. Now, you are not actually seeing 4K, because my capture card, it puts out 4K to my monitor, but it puts out 1080 to you. So, you shouldn't be seeing any difference, but you might see my performance. Like, people have commented on my performance being really good, typically when I play. Oh, wait, that's probably valuable. And so I just wanted to point out that, like, my performance will not probably be as good because I'm now running it at 4K instead of at 1080. So, and I'm not doing that. I mean, again, you can't see the difference, so it might seem silly that I'm doing that. Okay, that was not 45. It might seem, but I do want some fire. It might seem silly that I'm doing that because you can't see the difference, but you know, I use this setup. This setup is not just for me to stream from. I also play all of my games here, and so like when I'm playing, you know, Far Cry 6 or Guardians of the Galaxy or something, I kind of want to see them in 4K. So that's why I changed my setup. I hope that doesn't affect your viewing experience all that much. So, Red of course says, why hire voice actors when you can do so many voices and accents, Jeffrey? I know you're being facetious because I do not do accents very well. But also, I mean, logistically, I mean, you know, even if I was an amazing voice actor and could, you know, play all kinds of different people, I don't have time to do that. First of all, that's not the real reason, though. I'm also not, I'm not in the Screen Actors Guild. And probably never will be. So, because, you know, I'd have to be a good actor with aspirations of actually being a working actor in order to do that.
Oh, not much.
So there's actually, you know, originally we did have, for instance, Brant doing voices in State of Decay 1. But in State of Decay 2, he didn't because he's not a member of SAG. So, there you go. Striker86, I can't really answer questions about the development of State of Decay 3. You know, everything will be revealed someday, but right now, you know, there's just too much that's up in the air for it to make any sense for me to share that kind of information now. So I'm trying to fight these zombies quietly, so we don't bring the entire neighborhood until after. Come here. Oh, what? Until after I've cleared the infestation. Oh, what was that? Get off! There we go. Infestation cleared.
Nobody else is home.
Ooh, but this is still under the influence of a plague heart. There is a plague heart around here that I haven't seen yet. Oh yeah, there's several red buildings here. Maybe that's a plague heart.
All right, hold on.
There's a survivor in need up there.
Thanks. This is kind of urgent, okay?
I don't know if I actually want to fight a plague heart, if there's one up in that vicinity, until I've equipped myself a little better. So let's go back home, drop off all my stuff, because I think I've still got, I'd still like to have a little bit more room in my vehicle. And then we'll head over there Clean out that last already defeated plague heart. Hello, friend. And... oh, there's still another zombie. Okay, well, that's fine. And then we'll see if we can clear out these infestations. Nightmaker says that survivor's already dead. I suspected that something weird was going on up there, so... wait, I didn't actually put anything in the back, did I? Nope, just my own inventory. Well, I wonder, maybe I should just run over here rather than bring a car to attract all the zombies. Oh, there might be just enough stuff to fill up my backpack, though. Let's go, let's go. All right, so Sengatsu... oh, Sengatsu says they've asked about Slavic names because I was wondering if your system could change the last name depending on gender. The thing is, Slavic last names can change. For example, males would have the version Ivanov and females Ivanova. So the question is actually about your system, whether it can change parts depending on other parts, like last names depending on gender. That is a really interesting question. So yes, all of our of the places where we can enter a name into the game. Yeah, all the places where we can enter a name into the game, they do support mad-libbing, mad-libbing the name based on the gender of the character. And when I say mad-libbing, what I mean is we sort of leave the name blank, but then say, under these conditions, put this name in here, and under these conditions, slot that name in here. So we can vary all of our names by gender. We do it a lot with nicknames. We don't do it a lot with given names, because actually our given names are categorized into different sort of buckets that sort of handle the gender issue for us at a higher level. So we don't do that a lot. But yeah, there's nothing stopping us from having a surname vary based on the person's gender. We already have like surnames based on, nicknames based on surnames doing that. I haven't run into a culture where that was necessary, but I imagine, like, I guess we did do Norwegian, which I don't think we got into, because I believe that, correct me if I'm wrong, if anyone out there is from Norway, but I get the sense that the sort of son and daughter endings for names aren't necessarily used today the same way they were when they were originated. And so I didn't get the impression that we needed to, like, say, have Olaf's son and Olaf's daughter be two different surnames based on the gender of the character. But I could be wrong about that. And if somebody wants to tell me, hey, correct your Norwegian name list, I'm always open to that. But yeah, there's nothing stopping us from handling Slavic names that way. So if we ever did do that list, that might be really interesting to get into, to have a name list that does vary the last names by gender. Nightmaker says that I need to add some Scottish names. So we do have, there's plenty of Scottish names that are sort of like worked into, Scottish last names anyway, that are sort of just worked into the, what I call the Anglo list, which I guess, I don't know, to Scots might seem a little bit weird that I'm calling it Anglo, but there you go. English-speaking, people from originally English-speaking cultures, I guess, is what that means. But yeah, so there are plenty of Scottish names in the game. They're just sort of like in the giant like white people bucket, so they don't sort of stand out as their own separate demographic. Okay, let's go down here. Oh, you know what? I'm betting that giant horde that I ran across was actually the population of the infestation. Oh, nope, I'm wrong. That giant horde is a juggernaut horde. I am not driving a car past that. Definitely not. Okay, so let's... instead of taking the car, let's just run over here. Hello, zombie friend. I give you mercy. Oh, hey. No. Not interested. I don't want what you're selling, zombie. Get away from me. What?
Probably take a break before
Wait, who killed that? What was that? That was weird is what that was. Yeah, let's waste our precious bullets, idiot. All right. Fall down, you jerks. Hey. There you go. Right, how many are... So I don't want to attract more zombies to get involved with this infestation. There it is. That's the one that's counting. Okay, infestation down. Let's take out that screamer. I think that... So my neighborhood is kind of mostly secure. One thing I should definitely... I want to claim this outpost. So let's take out this screamer, just because I don't like screamers. And then we'll claim this outpost, and we'll consider my neighborhood to be clear, but there's still a lot more work to do. We'll probably do that in a separate segment. But first things first. So we got a screamer... We got a screamer inside a building that's not infested?
I can barely swing this thing.
That's not very common. Oh gosh, you... Yes! You gotta love those windows breaking. Thank you, Brian Rouleau.
A bloater!
Nope, not interested. I don't know where this bloater is. Not fighting it. Oh gosh. Yeah, I am not ready for that. So what was... Okay, I took care of the screamer, and then... Oh yeah, I was going to claim this outpost. Oh, wait. There's the bloater. Let's make sure we've... Let's just not leave this bloater lying around.
Yep, it's a freak.
Oh, another screamer. Hi. Okay, I'm going to run out of these bullets real quick, which is why we're going to claim this outpost. Because this community has been running very low on bullets. And, you know, when I'm streaming with... Like, with our official State of Decay channel, last thing I want to do is not have enough bullets to entertain you folks. So, gotta make sure we get this done. I'll just let that zombie be wrong about where I am. Letting people be wrong is a really important adult skill.
And we've got nothing. We ain't alone, of course.
No, wait. We're not alone? Oh. Oh, gosh. So I guess this site volume is just large enough... Oh, probably maybe to contain those dumpsters? It was just large enough that that zombie counted and kept the site from clearing. There we go. Okay, so let's claim this outpost so we can actually start getting a...
outpost done. And if we want, we could spend
an income
and make it even better.
Because I don't even know if I'm necessarily going to stay in this map long term. I might need to. At some point, I might need to refresh the map.
Looks like I'm empty.
Great. That was a smart move. I might need to refresh the map in order to get more plague hearts to fight or something. And so the specific outposts I'm grabbing are not really that important to me right now. What matters is what they can give me. You know, like what incomes they have. Because I really want to start, you know, beefing up what my community here has access to. Just V showed up. So I tend to label...
All these plague hearts aren't going to clear themselves out?
Oh. So I tend to label my Twitch stream Undead Labs Designer plays weird games, and when I'm playing my own game, I say Undead Labs Designer plays his own weird game, and so sometimes people react to that. So we got Just V coming in and saying, "What the f is this weird game?" But of course, you know, I'm pretty sure Just V knows exactly what I'm playing. Okay, so let's drop this up. Yeah, Gangland. No wait, it was the Graveyard Shift. I've got literally no bullets for it. I do have 22 ammo, so I could start generating some bullets. But, let's see here. Oh, and I do have an armory. So actually, if I did want to start generating some 45, I could. But I don't actually know what character I'm going to be playing in the next segment. So let's upgrade this ammo outpost. Oh, I'm going to need more materials. I definitely need more meds. My med situation is bad. If I start getting blood plague... I'm going to be in huge trouble. So, yeah. So next session, let's grab somebody, maybe Hash here. Let's grab Hash. We're going to run around as Hash, and we're going to clean up a few more infestations, try to gather more stuff out of those plague hearts. And, yeah, we'll have to... Maybe we should repair that truck. But we'll do that in a minute. For right now, let's wrap up the YouTube video that I'm working on, and, yeah, and move on to the next segment. So, if you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, I'm going to put a... Was that a good... No. That's a much better snap. I'm going to put a button right there. And then the video segment I'm about to make is going to go there. So you click that if you want to keep going. And, yeah, we'll keep trick-or-treating.